a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation, strange place known as the United States of America, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzer, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot ham.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Hi, everyone. It's Tuesday. I'm here on time.
It's wartime.
It's weird when I-4 doesn't look like fucking Death Race.
Yeah.
How I can get here.
Yeah, yesterday, Marie didn't get home till like 9 p.m. and she left to work at 6 because the I-4 was just shut down yesterday because of a fertilizer accident, apparently. A fertilizer truck flipped over. So, yeah.
Hey, can we, maybe it's just because I live in Central Florida and we get the most of them? No more trucks. Enough trucks.
And it's bad now because like we used to be pretty good with not having potholes, but now we have potholes everywhere because all these fucking construction trucks are here.
Yeah. So that's enough trucks. No more trucks.
Yeah, I think we're done with trucks. How's that sound? But yeah, it's bro, Trump is just like fucking cooked.
Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're going to war with Iran. We told you guys we're going to war with Iran.
But
dude.
No, and the people, and you know how you know this is a bad idea. I'll tell you how you know.
Because we're going to war with a Middle Eastern country based on no evidence again.
I mean, I honestly, yeah, that's a good one.
Because we've done this like 6 times before, and it's never ended well.
Also, great point.
That we're acting like me when I'm on cocaine in a casino.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good point. Cool, but no.
Listen, 5 in a row. We can't lose 6 in a row. Does anyone have $200? We can't lose 6 in a row. It's craps. You think 7's going to roll 6 times in a row. Okay, buddy. And we're just getting tanks in the Air Force. We're like, bro, I'm telling you, double or nothing. We're all in.
Well, actually,
yeah, bud.
Actually, it's much worse than that.
Oh, no, it is much worse. It's like all that at the casino, and just as you're about to go, all right, we're going to fix up the odds, the dealer leaves the table, and this stone-faced Chinese woman sits down across the table from you, and you go, give me 500. I think I can beat this dealer. And you're like, you're not beating the Chinese lady. Stop.
Well, it's even worse than that, actually, because all those things are bad, but nothing is worse than this. The endorsement from Meghan McCain. That's right. Meghan McCain thinks this is a great idea. Inject this straight into my veins. It's not gravy, Meghan, or Ozempic.
This is, I swear to God, Trump down $1 million at the casino and going, the White Sox are a lock tomorrow. They're looking great. Pacers against Oklahoma City. You're like, don't listen to this man.
It's
We're gonna make it all back in Iran, folks, and more.
So Trump tweeted out. Let me show you some of the tweets that he said here because there were fun ones. I had fun with some of them. I made a little Photoshop here. He just tweeted out unconditional surrender. So I said same energy. Mission accomplished. Remember that one? Remember that? That's where we're at.
No, you're a fucking idiot though. They have a nuclear weapon, bro. Or wait, they're getting one still. They don't have one yet. But
They're close.
But they're closer than they've ever been.
They're closer than there's ever been, with the weapon this time for sure. And you know, you could tell because like 3 months ago, Tulsi Gabbard said that they definitely didn't have one. So it's kind of weird.
Why is that?
That she said that 3 months ago. The United States Intelligence Committee continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader whatever has not authorized the nuclear. Yeah, what?
Khomeini?
No, I said it right. Has not authorized a nuclear weapon program that he suspended in 2003.
We've had Khomeini since like the 90s. You've had plenty of time to learn the name, folks. But don't bother learning it now because he's probably going to be dead in a few months.
Yeah,
but you've had 30 years to know his name.
Why? Why would I need to know his name? I don't live there. That's not where I live. It doesn't matter to me.
Because we're constantly threatening to go to war with the guy.
Yeah, cool. Don't live there. Don't care. Why would I give a shit?
Every time an American learns a Middle Eastern leader's name, a CIA agent gets his wings.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is how many times we've been able to use the Stone Toss classic right here, and it is one of my favorite ones. But President Washington, the Ottoman Empire is causing trouble in the Middle East. Shall we deploy the troops? Who gives a shit about the Middle East?
And by the way, Stone Toss low-key kind of sucks. So, like, the fact that you guys keep making him right over and over again just shows how shitty our fucking foreign policy is.
And speaking of, we said the Tulsi Gabbard thing. I did find this section where we were talking about it yesterday. This is weird, right?
Why was Tulsi Gabbard not invited to the Camp David meeting all day?
You know why.
Why Tulsi Gabbard still to the American public is...
I thought that, frankly, she was too pretty. She would be a distraction. Big boobies, big booty. We don't have time for that.
Melania's already mad that I hired her to begin with. She said I liked the way we were looking at her butt. Oh, fuck.
Said
she does those Hawaiian squats. I don't know.
Hawaiian squat.
Coconut milk, mommy.
But tell me that's not something Trump would have said.
Hawaiian squat.
Those Hawaiian squats.
You know, I consider him American. Other people don't.
This public statement is that the program was not back up and running, and now we have from Bibi by himself on Fox.
Pause. Can we stop calling him Bibi? That's an adorable nickname for a guy who's a genocidal maniac. Can we stop cutening him up? And who calls him Bibi? Yeah. Ben Shapiro. Enough. Let's stop calling him Boopy, Boppy, Bibi, Baby. Like they're murderers.
Baby murderers.
By Brent Baer.
I don't know, man. I like the practice of like the American way of giving fucking genocidal dictators fucking cutesy little nicknames.
No, I want to call him Christian baby murderer Benjamin Netanyahu. Call him by his full name.
Fox by Brent Baer.
Full Christian name.
Well, I don't think it's a Christian name.
No, it was given to him by those people.
It was 12 to 13 months away. It wasn't this weekend.
I know.
And this is by his own thing. And we also know that it was a decapitation, as we said on Friday. It wasn't just about the nuclear program. It's a decapitation of total leadership. So this is a total regime change, which, by the way, you may have a plan.
Tucker's so stressed he has a cold sore.
And for regime change is fine. But you got to bring the American people along. Let me go back.
By the way, I said that publicly last week. This is the point of this is regime change. I know everyone involved. I know. I'm telling the truth. I have no weird motive.
When one time we tried to do a regime change ever? Come on, guys. Give me a break. Don't answer. Shut up. Nope.
I'm actually loading up the Animaniac song right now.
Virgie, I want to actually get home at some point. Just list all the countries we haven't tried to intervene in.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, Virgie. Here, Merce, I got you, man. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Royce knew exactly what I was talking about.
I got you.
Lebanon, Syria, Afghanistan.
This is the CIA theme song. This plays in the lobby of the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
Did you actually, speaking of the CIA, and I know this is like a story that nobody's paying attention to, have you guys seen what's happening with the Chiquita Banana Company in Panama?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I saw a little bit about that, yeah.
Yeah, so
They're still beefing over that. It was a long time ago. Get over it.
So the banana workers got uppity, and they were like, "You're gonna give us more money," and then the Panamanian fucking government was like, "Okay, well, we're gonna work on a deal for you guys," and then Chiquita Banana Company fired everyone in the country.
Nice.
Did you know Chiquita Banana is Spanish for little banana? So you know.
Well, with all the illegals here in America now being allowed to work, maybe they can move their operations here.
So you saw Trump reversed his stance on the hotel leisure thing?
No?
Backed it up? Yep. Swear to God. New because he's going. That's my point.
Are we back to you got to go back?
Yeah.
Thank God. All right. Well, you know what? If that's one of the fucking... Listen, if that's one of the little kickbacks we're going to get for the Iran war, then go kick Iran's ass. But let's stick to... I wasn't even mad about war with Iran. I'm mad that we've gotten absolutely nothing from Trump. I thought we were going to get all the other goodies.
That's not true. You got this.
They've been talking about this deal for 6 years, right? 6 years. And he's done what they haven't been able to do. So he's done really a very good job. I don't know what Tucker Carlson is saying. Let him go get a television network and say it so that people listen. Thank you.
Ooh, sassy.
Hold on. But here's the problem, Trump. Moron.
More people are viewing Tucker Carlson than anyone on Fox News.
And also, you said that news stations were fake news and they were gay. Remember that? And also, Trump, a big reason you got elected were because of fucking podcast.
He's all over the place.
Because he's just swinging, dude.
Tucker brought something up that I thought was actually really interesting. He brought up, he goes, Mark Levin isn't likable. Mark Levin is a radio person. They tried to have him on Fox, and they threw him a bone, and they gave him that Sunday night show. But nobody wants to hear Mark Levin. He's not easy on the voice. He goes, but now, when you need this war propaganda, Mark Levin is on every single night. Every single night. He's doing it. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can find the clip here. All right, well, let me pull something else up while I do that.
No, you're not allowed.
All right. Okay, so here's another clip. All right. So.
But how close do you personally think that they were to getting one? Because Tulsi Gabbard testified in March that the intelligence community said Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon.
I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having it.
By the way, guys, I want to rename this administration for the most transparent one to the Trust Me Bro administration, okay? This is the Trust Me Bro. Because look, Kash Patel, what has he told us? Just trust me, bro. Dan Bongino, what did he say? Just trust me, bro. Pam Bondi, what did she say? Trust me, bro. And what is Trump saying now? Fucking trust me, bro. How about fucking tell me why? Tell me why in March he said that and something different. Because see, that's my problem. It's like, at least fucking lie to me. At least when Bush did this, they lied to me. At least they hate us for our freedoms. I mean, it was bullshit, obviously.
I miss that.
But at least they tried to lie to us and explain to us what was happening. Because I know we're all fucking big dumb idiots. This doesn't work the way it used to anymore. You're going after... Look, man, if you're going after fucking Tucker and Bannon now, what are you doing? You're grasping here, dude. You really are. Let me see if I could... I'm trying to find... There's a clip where Tucker was talking with Bannon about the Fox News thing. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my God, bro! Search Mark Levin on fucking YouTube, and it's just Israel. Yeah, this is a. Let me see. All right, whatever.
Are you looking for him?
It's him.
It's promoting a war.
It's yes. No. It's Mark Levin. Send me that one. But what I'm looking for is specifically Mark Levin was on that Bannon episode, Bannon's War Room. And this might be it. Okay, I think you got it, dude. Thank you.
All right, cool.
I think you got it. Yeah. Okay, here.
Iraq, because Iraq is some of the same voices at the Fox platform
the Fox platform is just, it's so disgraceful. There's so many good people at Fox. I worked for the Murdochs for, all in over 20 years. I always liked them. I like them now. I'm not attacking them personally, and tons of people at Fox are my friends. And there's a lot about Fox that I love, and they were kind to me, always. Even when they fired me, they were nice. I just want to say that. But the one
I just
theme
want to
that
say that
runs
because I'm contractually obligated to not be negative against them in those court filings.
I'm just gonna say that Daddy got paid.
Yeah, if you give
They
me
were
$40
very
million,
nice.
I will say you're the nicest person in the world, even if I hate you. If it means I get to keep $40 million, I love this
If
dude.
Rumble kicked us off their website but gave us 20 mil, we'd be going, look, we love those boys. I got nothing against them. You know what I mean? They got a
amazing.
platform to run. What are you going to do, right, boys?
I hope they make $1 trillion.
I'm just sitting there drinking a mojito on a boat, just sipping it, going, look, man, I got nothing but bad things to say. I got nothing but good to say about them boys.
Oh, Freudian slip.
They come back and take the boat while I'm live.
I mean, always, even when they fired me, they were nice. I just want to say that. But the one theme
They're not
that
nice, Tucker. They're polite. There's a difference.
runs longitudinally through the history of Fox is the promotion of wars that don't help the United States.
Why is that?
It's the owners are committed to that vision. And
To that
they are
vision.
elaborately polite, nice people. You know them, Rupert and Lachlan. I mean, they were sitting here. There's no chance you wouldn't like them. And they're interesting and they're smart and they're just nice. They're super nice. But we disagree fundamentally on that. And the claws really come out at moments like this. You know, most of the time it's, it's fine. But when it really comes down to when it's a question of whether U.S. military power will be exerted on behalf of a foreign country thousands of miles from here, they are all in, and anyone who stands in the way will be destroyed. I don't think it's personal, by the way. I like Tom Cotton. I always like Barry Weiss.
Why?
Barry Weiss is a very charming person. I like all these people. I always like Mark Levin. I got along with him. I mean, he's blowhard, sad personal life and all that, but
Jesus.
He knows
my
something.
God.
He knows something. The sad personal life part means they all worked at Fox. They all talk to each other. He knows something. He didn't say it, but the sad personal life shot.
I wonder what his relationship's like with his kids and stuff too. That's like, you know what I mean? Because that didn't even sound like a marriage shot. That sounded like something going on with the kids or something.
You know, Mersh, you brought it up, but Tucker would be the last person I would want to just fucking just talk to you, insult you, because it's just so.
Oh, I would jump over a table.
Yeah,
with
it's
him.
just so.
He would get me. He would get me to jump over a fucking table. I've always said that if I like Tucker, I happen to like him. If his shit was directed at me,
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone in the world that could get me to collar him faster, against
Yeah.
the wall, than Tucker. Tucker's just got that, he knows what to say to make you go, "What the fuck did he just say about me?"
What do you say about my
I will
personal?
fucking kill
What do you say
you.
about my personal life? What?
Yeah, he's the
Sad
guy.
personal life. What the
Within
fuck?
15 seconds, would have me going, "I will fucking end you."
And then it's me like, Mersh,
dragging
it's not
me
worth
out.
it. Mersh, it's not worth it. Mersh, it's not worth it.
What did he fucking say?
Nothing,
it just,
dude. It's fine, dude.
And
Let's
nothing
go.
bothers me, but
And then all you hear is, ha ha ha, it's a laugh in the
Yeah.
background. You're like, okay.
I've
I
always
don't mind,
been
kill the guy.
I've always been less bothered by shit that you could say anything you want to me, right? I'm not bothered by cheap shots, but if you're clever and it hurts, that's what bothers me. So it's you can bring up anything and I'll be like, yeah, I don't care. But if you find a way to say it that hurts, I'm like, I want to kill that guy. I want to kill him because he's making me hurt right now. He's making me feel pain.
And not only that, but he does it politely.
He does it in a way. He does it in a way where it gaslights you, and then when you grab him by his fucking shirt, you look like a crazy person, and they're like, "Get this guy out of here!" You're like, "You didn't fucking hear that?"
Barry Weiss, a very charming person.
And then Tucker's the kind of guy to wink at you over the security guard's shoulder as you're getting dragged out, and be like, and you're like, "You think he's doing it again?"
I like all these people. I was like Mark Levin. I got
He's right there. He did the thing.
And I only know that, Tucker, because I have often been that guy. The very few times in my life I've gotten somebody thrown out, I always throw him a little, just to get him angrier.
along with him. I mean, he's blowhard, sad personal life and all that.
That's
but
awesome.
I was never mad at Mark Levin or Hannity. I
Brilliant.
like
Brilliant constitutional guy.
Yeah, there are great things about all these people. I don't think they hate me personally. They know I'm not working for Qatar. Though I feel like maybe I should be working for Qatar. What the hell at this point? I've never taken a dime from any foreign country or anybody, actually.
In fact, you just bought out, I think it was announced you bought out your investors.
Yeah,
He bought all his investors, too. That way I can't even see as any foreign investors.
Money guy. I mean, they're
right.
projecting. If you could see my house, I've made more money than I deserve, but I've not gotten rich, and I don't live like a rich person. Everyone knows that.
You live like a rich person.
They're money
You live
people.
like a rich person.
You have
Tucker.
two. You have two houses.
You don't
Yeah.
you live like a rich person. You just have a fucked up idea of what rich people are because you don't think you're rich. Because the people
Yeah.
you hang out with own like $100 million mega yachts that like helicopters can land on. So you're like, well, I'm not that guy. I'm not rich.
I would say I think more he doesn't. I think that I would say the better description is he probably doesn't flaunt it.
Yeah.
Like the DC, DC people. Go to DC, man. Go to DC. Go to where all the restaurants are.
Now
where the black
the pizza places.
Now where the black people are, where the nice restaurants are. You know, go down there.
So everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, some they have to work at the restaurants, but you know the customers. I mean, when you go,
that was really funny.
Yeah, there's no black people in the IRS.
Well, that's why they're projecting, or they're people with opaque motives. My motives
Tucker
are I'm
has
autistic
a room in his custom home that was built to be a studio.
Yeah,
in each one of his homes.
Yeah, in each one of them. It wasn't just like, okay, well, I guess we don't get a master.
Projecting, or they're people with opaque motives. My motives are I'm like autistic about my whole life. I'm totally happy to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I want to be transparent, and I think pretty much I am. They're the ones who have these weird, complex motives, and so they project onto everyone else the same. Oh, you're getting paid by somebody. You're not sincere. You don't really think that. You're saying it in order to get clicks, or it's.
But then if you bring up that they're getting paid by Israel, you're anti-Semitic. Like you're literally zero-sum game. You can't win.
Also dumb, and in my case, untrue. You may dislike my views, and you may have good reason to dislike my views, and I understand that. But they're totally sincere. Anyway, my temptation in a moment like this is to go low, and
you literally did. You did it in a nice way, but you literally brought up his personal life, which I'm fine with, by the way, because we go low all the time. But don't pretend like, you know, I don't want to go low, even though Mark Levin's wife left him. I don't want to be that guy, even though Mark Levin's kids don't call him. I'm not going to do that because he's suffering enough.
Yeah, he's going through enough.
Look, he's suffering enough.
To note that a lot of the people pushing for this stuff have really empty, tormented personal lives. That's true of many in Washington.
Whoa!
Jesus Christ.
Okay, man. Come on.
And that this is a way to kind of feel powerful. I mean, nothing makes you feel more powerful than killing other people. That's the ultimate power.
I mean, true.
And we talk so much about money and sex, and those are drivers of human behavior, of course. Those are powerful impulses in people to accumulate more of both. But really the ultimate power, the Promethean power, the core power is the power to kill. And when you deny that to people, or you seek to deny that to people, or you raise the point that actually you can't kill people, and that when you do, you will suffer for that. As you said the other day, and I meditated on it in that moment in Matthew. And it's not just in Matthew.
They could have made a break. They would live by the...
Who?
Okay, well, anyway. That was a good clip, but that
We're
was
doing
what it's
good.
not about. Yeah.
We're doing really great.
We're doing really great.
But if you don't wear the tuxedo shirt, then how will they know at the club we're doing really great?
Antipathy says
you can look.
Antipathy says $10. No homo, don't know. Thank you. Scoop 1337. That's leet speak. Can y'all give a shout out to my colleague Norman the Foreman? What up, Norman the Foreman?
Norman the Foreman?
What up, Norman the Foreman?
That sounds like an old fucking WCW gimmick.
Hey, Scoop, shout out to your gay friend Norman the Foreman.
Does that not just feel like a really bad WCW gimmick back in the day where like they hire somebody like, yeah, we came out
Early,
debuted him as Norman
before
the Foreman.
before Bischoff WCW, that weird when they had the
Like
weird
Dusty
gimmick.
Rhodes, though. Yeah, when he was just like, man, we're just gonna put a hard hat on you, baby. We're gonna call you Norman the Foreman, baby. You're gonna carry a clipboard. Like what? It's terrible.
Randall Flagg, it's come to Trump's cucking on illegal farm workers was due to a single phone call by Tyson Food CEO. Hope everyone enjoys their free Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich on T-Mobile Tuesdays, bro.
Fuck that until they bring back the Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich. Then then we can keep the Mexicans.
Genocide Circus, I have it on good authority that Iran got nukes with Afterpay and they only have one payment left. No. Afterpay's a good one. Yeah.
Iran got nukes on Klarna.
They Klarna it, dude. Tom Rose,
you guys seen
Mercedes, AOC, Tulsi, Caroline Levette, and Anna. Who fucks who? I would say AOC would be the alpha in that whole thing, just because the military stuff, probably.
Caroline Levette looks like a fucking really boring lay.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Klarna shit on TikTok? I need to pull some of these for you guys. It's really funny.
Oh, the stuff
So
you get
you
Klarna,
go-
you get Klarna a sub. Like you could like afterpay food. Like it's fucking wild.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, DoorDash is doing that too
Affirm.
now.
You can affirm it.
No.
Affirm it.
No, what they're doing is you go on TikTok and look up Klarna hack, and you will find scores of blacks that are telling you to go start a Klarna card, go and buy a Visa gift card, then just stop paying for the Klarna card and use the Visa gift card. And Klarna is fucking absolutely bankrupt because of black people.
That's hilarious.
They will not pay their shit back. It's hilarious.
What the fuck? Is that real? Like,
I swear to God, it's a real thing. If you look up Klarna hack or like pay, like the payment thing, I'll find you some. It's really fucking.
Why the fuck didn't y'all pay back y'all Klarna debt? Am I the only one that's trying to keep them in business? Oh, y'all dead ass right now? Klarna about to. I am off, okay?
yeah, nobody was paying it back.
That's really funny.
Not Klarna going broke because y'all won't pay them back. Loan company Klarna is reporting that they are suffering major losses due to customers not repaying back their loans.
All right, so there's a lot of problems.
I don't need you.
Klarna sounds like the name of a woman who would give a ton of money and then never get it back.
Yeah.
Fucking Klarna, so fat.
Right. Okay. So I believe this is Marines that are guarding an LA federal building because of the uneasiness. Check out this interaction; it's pretty good. You're disrespecting a union worker.
Nobody cares. Wow! Congratulations! You take the big boxes off the boats, and then you put the big boxes into trucks. Congratulations. Hey, thank you for your service, bro.
That's Norman, the foreman.
I'm a union guy, pal. Oh, that makes me hate you more. That's like telling me you're a fucking public school teacher. If I had my way, I'd fucking fling you into a volcano. Hey, I'm a union, pal. I'm a union guy, pal. I could be replaced by 12 Mexicans. Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
You should be.
I love how unions have convinced these retards that it's actually a noble thing to give 35% of your check to some fucking asshole for no reason.
Hey, listen, pal. They take 35% out of my paycheck every other week so that the fucking stadium downtown could be named after a bank. All right? I'm a hero. What?
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking bro.
Oh, you like your new baseball stadium? I don't even watch baseball. Oh, well, you still got to drive past it, right? Looks nice. You're welcome.
That's right. You make a right at a Wells Fargo baseball field. Then right there you hit Chase Stadium. All right, and after Chase Stadium you make.
Oh, also, that's not steel and concrete. That's mostly made of gypsum because us union guys are also involved in the mafia, and we stole most of the good construction materials off the job site.
Yeah. What skills?
Virginia.
What jobs are you going to get? What skills are you trying to learn?
What skill were you trying to get?
No, I was just thinking. See, here's the beauty: is I'm a Marine, so this relationship ends when I want it to. So if I just want to put in 20 years and get most of my paycheck for the rest of my life, or if I want to put in 30 and get all of it. So I'm probably just going to do this for 30 years, retire at 48, and then, I don't know, rent fucking airboats in Florida. That's the beauty of it, you fucking asshole. It's a life job.
So Pessy introduced this rapper to me, and I want to introduce him to you, Mersh. He's a Baltimore rapper. His name is...
okay.
How do you say his name? Explain it.
So, Mersh, this is a rapper.
You like rap, so Mersh is going to like this.
Mersh, this is a rapper from Baltimore.
As you'll see right away.
And I shit you not, he calls himself Bibliipsnip.
Okay.
Okay.
Bibliipsnip.
And you got to hear this guy talking rap. Mersh, he's the most Baltimore to ever Baltimore.
Oh, no.
Baltimore.
Look, can I already know where this is going to go.
What do you think?
So, no, I've already seen, there was another guy on a sketch that I saw. So, Baltimore slang has gotten fucking bananas.
Okay,
like
we're
far removed from The Wire.
Earn.
Yeah, this isn't like The Wire where they're pronouncing do and like no. This they've gotten like that skibbity wiggity whack whack boop boop bop. Like it's literally.
I could not.
Oh, it sounds like one of the computers in No Man's Sky doing work in the background. It's like what is
insane.
that? Beep bop bloop bloop bloop. Oh, I guess my shit's refining. I don't know. Okay, I understand that part. There's gonna be no intro. He's going right into it. Okay, all right.
Ready? Let's fucking go. Hold on, I'm gonna turn closed caption on. Okay, let's go.
Why?
Goose smile when you game dang. She try and trickle on my game dang, but first she got earned dang. I fuck with you.
She tried to trickle on my goon dang.
She tried
to earn dang my foon dang to goon dang.
Can I say something? This sounds like I'm talking to just a regular hood black guy, but I just started having a stroke. Like
he's having a stroke.
Like we were just sitting there talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for 10 minutes, and everything's been perfectly fine. But the blood vessel just burst in the left part of my brain. I'm going, and now I'm just hearing.
You know what I called him? You know what I called him? The Swisher Chef.
I'm like, does anyone smell toast? I smell toast right now, and
yeah, turst in the burst, the girst, gang.
And meanwhile, in the real world, he's going, nigga, ain't no toast. What are you talking about? And I'm just hearing, there's toast a burger, dude. And I'm going, oh, I need to go lay down. I'm tired. I'm very tired. Also, what's up, B-More? You ain't got your own beats. We're just reusing old, like, fucking Boosie style beats from like 5 years ago.
Read him the comments.
Oh, you hold on. I will. Let me play a little bit more.
Okay.
Honestly, like it's been like 10 years since I cared about slang or learning it, and I'm fascinated. I want to learn this.
You want to learn shizzle dangs?
I want to learn 2025 Baltimore slang, like because that's like at this point that's like learning Mandarin.
It really is. It really is.
But the problem is for me, like I think I could figure it out, right? Because somewhere buried in this slang is like root language.
Normal shit?
Like root. No, not normal shit. Root Ebonics language that I can figure out. So it's like I know the old language of urban blacks, which would be like their Latin. This has got to be Latin based on some level.
Yeah.
Once I figure out the Latin words.
Well, it's pronounced Nig Latin.
But like once I learn the beats of this language, I'll be coming and going, Baskurdy bearded Perkin.
And I'm like, we're having a stroke again. Oh no!
Hell yeah, but
somebody put a wallet in his mouth. Put a wallet in his mouth so he swallow his tongue again.
Black people were like, yo, I want to sound like I'm talking backwards, dog.
They all sound like that Missy Elliott song.
Merch is over here saying, I know how to read cuneiform, nigga. I'll learn Aramaic.
Yeah, seriously, I'll learn it right now, dude.
I want to learn this and then go to Baltimore. Like, you know that white guy that hangs out in China and he speaks like fucking fluent Mandarin?
That guy rules.
I want to go to Baltimore and learn all of this, but just blow people's minds.
Royce.
What? No, get the fuck out of here.
Quick,
yeah.
Real quick, Royce, in your DMs here.
Sure.
Go to 6 minutes and 50 seconds. This is when he interacted with
I will.
I go into a Baltimore strip club. I disappear for an hour. You follow me in there, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. I think they made me their king. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, read some of these. Let's read some of these comments. Let's read some of these comments. 0% drugs, 0% violence, 100% whipple bibble. When he said "fickle you with the goo," I felt that. This is great. This is my favorite shit. No
we
lie.
making it out the avenue with this one.
This is like listening to rap from Japan, and you can't tell if it goes hard in their language. You're gonna catch some wiggle dangs, bro. Okay, 6 minutes and what, Bessie?
Yeah, 6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh, this is. I think I saw a clip of this.
do now, but dang.
6 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yep.
Bro, everyone in Baltimore's weird, dude.
I think this is the clip I saw. Yeah.
Which way I'm aiming?
Yeah,
this way,
is him, Mersh.
Oh, this is the same guy?
Talk to the CEO.
Bibbly hip snip.
Here he is. Here he is. Here he is.
Okay, I've seen this guy before then.
Good.
This is amazing.
Good. What's happening?
What's that you're saying?
Heavy good. Big jiggle yang good. I ain't kind of Ermin Gurman. What's Ermin and Gurman?
I like how he says it. No, but I like the way he says it with such confidence. Like you're the
like
idiot.
You're a moron for not knowing what Ermin and Gurman is, you idiot.
It's awesome.
You moron. You know what Ermin and Gurman is?
Stupid.
Moron.
Oh,
What was that? The fuck was that?
This motherfucker's ancestors spent way too long on a fucking slave ship.
This is hilarious. This almost makes me wish Drewski was good.
No.
Yeah.
Virgie, we all know
Whatever.
that this dude's ancestors got caught in the rudders.
What the that means? So what? Are you from America?
I'm from Baltimore, but goo high jickle yang on a heavy goo now, but dang. You got
Yeah, that makes sense.
what I earn. You got what I earn.
He raps like a sim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he does sound like a sim.
Like a sim.
I'm earning. Big as goo.
I'm actually very
Big bit will
confused,
get
sir. So does this derive from the terms they use in Baltimore with the saying two?
You know what I'm saying? I just came through and changed the game, goo. It's a new Smithsonian, it's a new beginning. Big bipple yip snip. Two my you do now my dang.
I understand.
Okay, I got some of it. I got some of that. I got some of it. Bibble slip is him.
I get the feeling this is one of those languages I'll be able to. It's like Spanish. I'll be able to learn how to understand it, but not speak it.
You could order in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like you could order. You could know where the bathroom is.
Yeah. If I'm eating,
yo, where's the bibble pizzle? I got a shizzle. And then you're fine. Then you know what that means.
Like I may not be able to speak it, but if I'm eating at a Cuban restaurant, I can tell if the staff's talking about me.
They are.
Specifically.
They are. They're Cuban. They're talking about everybody.
No, but what I'm saying is, can I hear it or not? Usually they're professional enough; they do it in the kitchen. But what I'm saying is, once in a while they get slick and they start speaking Spanish in front of you, and you go, "Oh yeah." All you gotta do is throw them a look, and they're like, "I think he understands us."
Oh yeah, I'll do now, snap bang. They know how I'm airman and gearman. Yes.
Okay, do you understand what he's
All right, we don't have to know where Drewski. But yeah, he's man. Baltimore is awesome.
It is literally the worst place in this country.
By the way, to all you people out there, right? Like Drewski's just living proof. Just because Shane Gillis tells you something's funny, like you know what I mean. Like just because a guy hangs out with Theo Von, doesn't you know what I mean? Like you guys don't have to
right?
You guys don't have to buy the whole package. See, when I was a kid, when you bought action figures, they all came in different boxes. You could you can pick and choose which X-Men sucked.
Dude, Drewski isn't funny. The people that think Drewski's gonna make them famous are funny.
Yeah.
Xander Invictus, when Bastion Booger was in WCW, he was known as Norman the Trucker. Is that close enough?
And actually, no, he was technically he was Norman the Psycho. He was only Norman the Trucker for like a month, and they were like, "Oh, this is gay. Let's keep the name, but we're gonna call him Crazy." And
Time Rose Mercedes. Don't forget concerts at Black Rock Arena, sponsored by Budweiser.
Bro, WCW was so fucking lazy back then. They would just hire like, all right, remember Earthquake? But we hired him. He works here now. Okay, well, we're going to call you, I don't know, Storm or like, I don't know, Volcano or something.
You're a shark now.
Shark. You made him a shark.
They made him a shark.
You know what? They made him all these goofy gimmicks over his whole life, whereas the guy behind the gimmick deserved to run because he was a legitimate guy who could kill almost anybody that worked
Sumo
with those
champion.
companies. Yeah, like John Tenta was a fucking monster of a man, and they kept giving him goofy gimmicks. And you're like, why don't you just come out as John Tenta? I'm scared of John Tenta. Like
if I see John Tenta, how tall was he? He was humongous.
If I got screamed at by a John Tenta while I was eating dinner, I would be like, I'm very sorry, sir. Can I buy you a drink or something? I'm sorry I offended you.
John Tenta was 6'7", dude.
He was a monster of a guy.
467 pounds.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That guy was a monster.
The guy was a fucking monster.
And the guy had like a crazy vertical jump, and he could run. Like he had like
Also,
good cardio. It was insane. For a big fat guy, he had
every
great
story
cardio.
about him, nicest guy in the fucking world, too.
Nicest guy in the world, but I've heard 2 stories.
Wait, so fans or wrestlers?
No.
Oh, no, I'm talking about fans. He's always,
people going behind his back and him losing is fucking cool. And like, I'll put it this way. Stevie Ray of Harlem Heat is scared of John Tenta because he saw him lost his temper one time in a trailer. And he didn't even hit anybody. He just trashed the trailer and wanted to kill Arn Anderson. And Stevie Ray was like, me and my brother were like, we're never going to fuck with John
Everybody
Tenta.
wanted to kill Arn
We
Anderson.
like you, John. He said, like Harlem Heat were in the trailer going, hey, you know, we're cool with us, John. We like you, bud.
I'm leaving.
In the country with more than 700,000 residents. And many of them encounter unique challenges as they age and provide care for their loved
Why
ones.
don't you tell us about that?
We mark Pride Month. Jennifer Bisram takes a close look at the community-wide issues, resources, and how a person's chosen family plays a pivotal role.
He would do what he called set paint in motion. pour paint and then use different kind of catalysts, like maybe water with an oil.
This guy's terrible. Art's gay. Art's
Oh, yeah,
gay. Art's gay. I mean, listen, I know if you like art and that's cool, but it's gay.
Base paint.
76-year-old
that painting is like the shit that 35-year-old women do on YouTube to start a channel. I swear to God, it's fucking hilarious. It's everywhere.
With an oil-based paint.
76-year-old Matt Sullivan's husband, Ken, died back in 2020 from a 9/11 related cancer.
Damn, still?
Yeah? If it was in his asshole, it wasn't 9/11 related, by the way.
The biggest struggle.
Yeah, because the only people whose assholes were affected in 9/11 was the taxpayer.
It's funny. I can still feel it today.
Yeah. Or anybody getting on a fucking airplane.
What a hell of a layup that was.
Is the loss of a best friend. And my life is still...
Look at this fucking potato.
Yeah, she's a fucking beast.
The fuck? Really red? Kool-Aid red?
I told you, I'm sick of Drewski. I'm sick of all his.
That's not Drewski.
I'm sick of all his undercover videos.
That's not Drewski.
All his cute little shit he does.
He showed us the Manhattan apartment they shared together with memories all around.
Imagine dying like with your gay lover in a fucking apartment.
But look, that's a Manhattan. That's a fucking
Memories
Manhattan
all
apartment.
around. And
Oh yeah,
remembered
it's really nice. I bet you it's still 500 square feet.
No, I know. Yeah.
becoming his partner's caregiver.
That's the thing. New York, even rich people don't. You don't get big places. There's a few
No,
big
no, you
places
don't.
in New York, but most of the places in New York, even rich people live in. You go, ooh, this is beautiful, and you have one room that has like cathedral ceilings and a nice view, and then you have two bedrooms that are the size of my
Well, it's
walk-in
not even that.
closets.
Even if you say like the nicest hotel in fucking downtown, like
pods.
yeah, even like the Four Seasons rooms are tiny because they're so old. You know.
It was really challenging. I had no idea what I was up for. And life was about trying to stay up with it while maintaining my own life.
The loss even harder without family support. These days, he's aging alone in his New York City home.
I came out to my family.
Why didn't you see this coming? No, I mean, I'm not trying to be cold here, but you know what warns you about this? The fucking Bible!
Is that a Chuck Palahniuk?
The wages of sin is, huh? What? Say it with me now, you fucking momos. How am I supposed to feel bad for you? Oh, I lived a high-risk lifestyle. I chased my entire family away. I chose to live with this one man in an apartment. One of us died. Who do you think's the fucking guy that's got to do all the work now?
Royce, did you just ask if the Bible was a Chuck Palahniuk book?
Yeah, I was curious about Chuck Palahniuk.
I missed that.
I was
That's
just
very
curious.
funny.
I'm waiting for the movie.
It's a good reference.
The movies are usually better. Chuck Palahniuk's good, but there's a lot of this going on.
Brad Pitt's playing Jesus.
Chuck Palahniuk novels read like Quentin Tarantino movies without Sally Mankey as the editor. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you read them and you go, wow, a lot of this could have been cut. You could have saved me a lot of time.
I liked A Choke was good, and Survivor was good.
But do not tell me
liked,
that either one of those
Haunted.
books did not have some material that you went, yeah.
Oh
This,
yeah,
I could have enjoyed this book just as much. This didn't need to
Actually,
be in
I liked the Choke movie. It was pretty better.
because it cut out some of the shit that you didn't need from the book.
Sam Rocco was good in it. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I recommend
it's
it.
really good.
Genocide Circus in from Maryland, and this shit hurts my brain. Every time I stop in my city, it's like a cross between Swedish Chef and Pootie Tang. John Rose Mercedes, Baltimore, excuse me, stewardess. I speak jive. Also, someone needs to put the rap dude's audio under the Swedish Chef video. Genocide Circus, maybe he's like Boomhauer, and we all sound like that in his head. Maybe. Did you see the trailer? Did you see the trailer for the King of the Hill? They dropped
the
one.
Father's Day
Yep.
one that they dropped.
Can you just make new stuff, please?
No.
Please.
No.
No, actually, I'd rather them just dust off the old Mike Judge and fucking him do a new show.
Hey man, the new Naked Gun trailer looks really fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really fucking funny. So,
I'm just saying, we're going to war with Iran. It's the end of the world. Can we get around to some new stuff in here before we, can we start a few new IPs before we just fucking suck in radiation into our lungs and die?
no one wants new IPs, dude. Everyone wants the same old comfort stuff while we die. Everyone wants
But-
that. What do you
but
want? To
we
try
need to
new
get-
food or classic pizza? You want pizza?
They can't write the old shit good. How are they gonna
Guys.
write new shit good?
Guys, you want to hear my theory? There is no GTA 6. They never did it. They just released a trailer because Rockstar knows we're all going to be fucking dust by 2026.
That would be really
None of
funny.
it's gameplay. None of it's actual gameplay.
None of it's gameplay.
literally
It's all
just-
AI generated fucking lies.
There is a countywide manhunt for a suspect who could be armed with a crossbow.
Okay, working theory, Van Helsing. That's me. That's my working theory. Anyone else got one? Who has a crossbow?
Threatening law enforcement's illegal, but having a crossbow isn't.
This is the sheriff's office.
Okay, Royce, it might not be Van Helsing. However, we do know that this person has chosen either a rogue class.
Oh, yeah.
Or an elf.
Well, what I would do is I would go stealth. Like, you go stealth with a fucking archer build, you'll fuck one hit kills, dude.
What a shitty fucking weapon, bro. I don't even use crossbows in games that have crossbows. Like, are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah, remember in Skyrim with Skyrim first came out with the DLC where crossbows were in, and I used it once, and I'm like, this sucks. I'll use
Yeah,
an arrow.
Skyrim
Fucking
Dawn
gay.
Guard. Dawn Guard gave you like the most badass fucking crossbow in the history of crossbows, and I was like, I don't want this. I'm putting this in a treasure box somewhere. Just give me a sword. Thanks.
It's
It's literally, even in modern age, you just go, yeah, just give me a bow and arrow. I mean, I'm not loading bolts into this thing like Game of Thrones and going crank, 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 crank. Like, no, just give me a bow and arrow, bro.
Yeah, I'm a stealth crossbower. Crank, 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 crank,
Hear
crank.
the cranks.
Yeah.
Like, this is not good. It's the musket of bow and arrow
Yeah, it
weapons.
really
Like, no
is.
thanks, man.
Hey, yeah, did you ever want like something that shoots arrows that you can literally watch fly in the air and also takes longer than a musket to reload? Well, I've got the fucking arm for you, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Can I just say there's one good side to this? And I will say, if you're going to attack law enforcement, please, more of you do it with crossbows, because at least there isn't going to be a conversation about how I need to lose my AK because some guy fucking 4 towns over was shooting at deputies.
Bro, you saw
has
that,
nothing to do with
school
me.
shooter had a crossbow? He killed nobody.
I'd be like, oh no, I guess we should take everyone's crossbows away because Lord knows I don't own any. Take the crossbows away.
There was a mass crossbow shooting at the mall.
Could you imagine? 3 people were injured in a 40-minute standoff.
Yeah.
You only hit 3 people and you only injured them? I only had a crossbow. What do you
Bro.
expect?
The last time this fucking weapon was relevant was 1652, and there was 500 of them at a time.
Hell yeah,
That's
let's
it.
go.
Freeze. I've got a crossbow. It's not going to kill you, but it is going to hurt like a bit. It's going to go through your whole calf muscle. That's going to suck. You're like, I guess.
Have you noticed, like, in the last, maybe 30 years, anytime someone has killed someone with a crossbow, it's usually like the son killing his elderly parents as they were sitting and watching television.
Yeah.
No one's ever running or fighting back.
No, or has a gun.
Wait.
I could imagine. I carry my gun anywhere. I couldn't imagine somebody rolling up on me and pulling a crossbow out and be like, "You want to go?" I'd be like, "What? What are you doing? Go
No,
where?
I have a
What are you-
space crossbow.
What are you doing?"
Arrest. Come out the front door with your
You're gonna hear.
Hampton County
You're just
Sheriff
gonna
says
see these
Randy
little
Matthews-
arrows coming. Not what I expected.
Not what I expected.
Did
Deputies with that weapon
did the
in
crossbow
Hanover
have a
last-
switch on it?
Wait, he missed a guy because he was holding. He was holding it sideways.
Yeah. Usually this race it
Putting a
gets a
glove-
bonus to spears.
Putting a
But,
Glock switch on a crossbow would be hilarious. Let's do that. Oh fuck!
Last night, new at 6, Adam Duxter explains why neighbors worry they
Yo,
could
can you
be
make
in
me a
danger.
crossbow with a Draco style grip on it? No. don't think so.
A quiet rural street swarmed by law enforcement.
Okay,
After a
have you
fight
guys ever
about-
seen the crossbow, the German dude, that builds like crossbows?
Yeah,
in
but
his
hold on a
backyard?
second. Isn't this like all this a little overkill for a guy with a crossbow?
No, he's black.
Oh, it's not the.
It's
crossbow.
a rural county in
Got it.
Minnesota.
No,
and
no,
he's
no. You're
black.
right. You're right.
When,
You're
when
right.
else do
You're
they
right,
get
you're
to
right,
break?
you're right, you're right,
They
you're
only
right.
get to break the tanks out when we're black guys doing something or when we're riding because a black guy did something.
About a car getting towed
Randy Matthews, this is the sheriff's office.
escalated into a man threatening deputies with a crossbow, something Michelle Olfer says she never thought she'd see. That is,
I can't describe what we've been going through for the last year.
Oh, shut up.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
until Randy Matthews moved in next door last June. A month later, Olfers called the cops after she says Matthews' dog attacked hers. From there,
what kind of dog? What kind of dog was
How
it?
did the dog get close enough?
Problems started to stack.
There's a collar
Royce,
spiked. Yeah.
I would assume that the dog is also nicknamed Mr. Woof Wide.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
This isn't one isolated incident or one isolated pattern of events.
Yeah.
Would you say that this person has a pattern of behavior that is maybe something that can't be fixed?
Over the board.
The Hennepin County Sheriff's Offices just this year.
I have a question. Why don't you people judge your neighbor based on the content of his character?
Yeah, have you tried that? And not the color of his crossbow.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Hennepin County Sheriff's Offices just this year.
What
they've come
racist
to
thing did you do to make him do this?
Just this year, they've come to Matthews' property 38 times. In December,
Why are they
Matthews
bothering him all those times? That's
himself
fucked up.
posted a video of one of those calls.
Ugly boy. Get your
Oh, this guy's a problem. This guy's a perpetual problem.
back to work.
According to search warrants, deputies were back in March to take back a car they say was stolen in an armed carjacking in Minneapolis.
Did he use the crossbow for that too?
It's like crickets. Everything we hear is like crickets.
The frustration
the fucking limbs of the crossbow, you're trying to get into the car with it. It's just fucking in the way.
Rule of thumb, don't use something that was invented thousands of years ago to steal something that was invented 100 years ago. You're not going to have a lot of luck.
For neighbors.
It's like crickets.
Yeah, moon crickets.
Oh, ba-boom.
Everything we hear is like crickets.
The frustration, they say, is how often arrests lead to nothing. In April, Hennepin County dismissed 5 felony charges against Matthews for theft, burglary, and forgery.
Oh, yeah,
In
that's
June,
because your government hates you and doesn't care about you.
Scott County dismissed another felony theft case. In this Friday,
Well, to be fair, Waltz does run this, is the governor there, so.
Williams was due back in court for 3 more felony charges. Now he's on the run.
This is part of a bigger issue because he has been arrested and then fined and jailed, and they keep letting him go. And we are paying the consequences for that.
Something has to change, whether that's the laws.
Yeah, the way you
responses,
vote. The way you vote has to change.
What have
In this rural area, I guarantee you they vote Republican. No, they do. I'm telling you. I know where they live. I know where they're at.
you. This is just not. It's not a sustainable way for a community to live.
Adam Duxter, WCCO News.
We took those neighbors' concerns
Maybe don't do that spray tan.
to the Hennepin County Attorney's Office. They told us they are in constant communication with the Sheriff's Office, saying we've used the tools available to us at every turn to ensure public safety, including requesting the court to set bail. There is a...
Oh, okay. That literally means nothing.
Yeah, nothing at all.
They said that what a non-answer that was.
We requested them to do the thing that most courts do, like bare minimum.
Pride flags stolen and rocks aimed at windows. Tonight, a gay couple in South King County is looking for help and a new home after they say they've suffered years of homophobic harassment.
By whom? By who? Who's doing it? Who's doing it? Was it a frequent crossbow user?
The type of people who aren't, quote, down with that gay shit.
Now they're saying enough is enough.
They spoke with Fox
Let's
13's
be honest, dude. It wasn't even about them being gay. There could have been any flag on their porch, and those black kids were just stealing it because it was funny.
They were just. Yeah.
Enough is enough.
They spoke with Fox 13's Nia Wong. She's joining us live from the...
Oh, yeah, the black get crazy. They go crazy. They still get flag.
Little monkey boy.
Renton Police Department tonight.
Not bad, though. You're unusually attractive. You're not too Chinesey looking, you know?
What?
Very nice to not be brain for monkeypox.
Well, this couple tells me they've had their pride flags torn down multiple times, and they've been called homophobic and racial slurs. But according to them, what's made this a truly disappointing Pride Month is a terrifying incident.
Oh, man, on Pride Month of all months?
They've had rocks thrown at them, and they were called racial slurs. But what they said had made this truly a disappointing Pride Month is the local bakery being out of cronuts.
According to the Renton Police Department. You're watching Ring camera footage from the summer of 2023.
We're watching 2-year-old footage.
Fernando Vega and his husband say they were
Gay.
Yeah. Fernando Vega, who's 25, and his 65-year-old husband say.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Alarmed
something
when
like
their
that.
pride flag was first ripped down, but they were forgiving.
Had a conversation with their parent.
Their parent
was
Who
apologetic.
is a single mother who pretended to be listening to me but wasn't actually hearing anything.
Shut up. Maybe dad was at work. All
yeah,
right.
cleaning up the side of the highway with an orange jumpsuit.
I tried there.
Making license plates.
Mm-hmm.
Vega says he thought it was a one-off, but surveillance from this past April shows some had not moved on.
Yeah, you remember me? 2023? Like the summer I ripped off your flag?
Since then, Vega says he, his husband, and his sister have been harassed multiple times a week for several months.
That's hilarious.
Wednesday night was the final straw.
They've turned snatching the queer flag into the neighborhood game.
That's kind of funny.
We actually all ended up sleeping in the living room last
There was
night
a
to
white
be.
kid in the first frame, so like I bet you they've been snatching this flag and they all have like
He
one of
chased
their flags.
the attempted intruders through his Fairwood Cascade neighborhood.
And that's when I told them they needed to get off the property. I was yelling at them, trying to get them to leave.
They
Instead of
kept calling me the F slur.
apologizing, he says the kids pulled out an airsoft gun.
20 to 30 times.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Bro, they're like gangbanging, but it's look at the most childish.
It's like, yeah, it's gangbanging, but like Dennis the Menace style. I love this. This is hilarious. I mean, these
Vegas
kids
says-
shouldn't be acting this way, but when you see what black kids are capable of, I'm like, I'll deal with this level.
His sense of safety is shaken.
I do not believe it is a joke. This is malicious.
Vega and his family say they've moved to Renton to escape political divisiveness.
Oh, they raised $610.
But now they've started this GoFundMe to help them move to a safer, more accepting neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
What was it? What was the thing called?
The what? Gay. It's called the gay guy.
It's called the gay guy. No, the name of their
Help us find safety from harassment.
Vega's the last
That's-
name. Jason Vega.
Escape political divisiveness. But now they've started this GoFundMe to help them move to a safer, more accepting neighborhood.
A neighborhood where you can come out in the evening, take a walk, and not be concerned that you should have your head on a swivel for your own safety.
Vega says he doesn't want to leave, but doesn't want to risk his family dealing with more harassment.
There's no reason as to why someone should.
Well, I mean, look, it's not right. I get it, but it's funny. So
Yeah, sorry, pal.
that's
It's too
the
funny.
problem we're having right now. Is I understand that. Yeah, absolutely, you're right. That's fucked up, and they shouldn't do that. And those kids are hood rats and whatever.
Hey, you know what happens? Like if I put something out on my front lawn, right, and somebody keeps fucking with it, I just I understand there's that feeling of I don't want them to win, right? But if you kept putting a flag on your front lawn and it just kept getting fucked with,
I'd probably stop.
You just put it in your backyard. You put it somewhere else. You'd be like, all right, man. At some point in your life, you got to start thinking practically. Like, am I going to get into a goddamn blood feud with this kid and his parents, or do I just put the flag away? Obviously, I'm not going to win this battle. You know what I mean?
All right. Guys, if you'd like to watch tomorrow's show, revengeofthesist.locals.com or
Ew.
patreon.com/we're not sorry. $7 a month is all you need to sign up. Don't miss out on tomorrow's show. Wednesday shows are always the best. Followed by a Friday. This Friday is a movie riff. We're going to be doing Boat Trip, so make sure you're there to check that out for Pride Month.
I want to watch the gay boat movie.
Genocide Circus says, but Virgie, what is Crossbow if not a mini spear chucking gun? Ooh, that's true.
That's a good point.
All right, we got
very
L
good
coming
point.
up on the second half here. Stay where you are.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah.
These days, running a small business can be a big challenge. Whether we're receiving a flower delivery for unclear reasons, or raising the blinds and flipping over the open-closed sign, which is how I spend most of my workday, or even making a latte for a black woman, an iced tea for a white woman, and a coffee for a gently brown guy who could go in a lot of different directions. We've got our hands full. That's why Chase Bank is here for us. When this man in a suit from Chase Bank came down and shook my hand at my place of business, it really solidified what we'd already talked about at his office. Now we're looking at a laptop like my stupid little coffee shop is going to be a big disruptor in the online space. And my Chase business card allows me to make those emergency purchases that I lose sleep at night over. Chase understands my business the way they understand all businesses, as a huge reverse funnel that shoves money upwards to them. Hey, another flower delivery. These'll look great in the bathroom while I'm pooping blood from the stress. Now I'm flipping over that open-closed sign again. Is that a new stadium with Chase's name on it? How'd they afford that? I'll be in this bathroom for a while. Better toss it to the announcer.
At Chase Bank, we're about more than just foreclosing on American servicemen while overseas. We're about small business. So when you think of Chase, don't think of the 2008 financial crash.
Second hour ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We do appreciate it. We have a guest, Mersh. You want to set that up?
No.
For me? Okay.
Kidding. Hi, guys. Joining us for the second half. We haven't seen her in a while. We haven't seen her since Pew Pew Day.
Yeah.
The host of Big Dig Energy. And I don't know, I guess now the guest host for literally every other show on the internet.
Every show on the internet.
It's Elle. Hi.
Hi. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Okay.
We're good,
Yeah,
man.
you sound all right.
We're getting hyped. We're getting ready for war with Iran. It's about time we finally kick the shit out of these guys. I've been waiting since the 90s. I'm excited, you know?
Well, I would like to thank you, first of all, for having me on. And yeah, it has been a long time. Also, thank you for following through on your commitment to diversity, equity. Sorry, the cat's just jumping around up here.
Yeah.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion by having a woman's perspective on the show. I think it's very valuable. So I think that that's very important to have on here. So I appreciate your commitment to DEI. And,
You're like one of the few that we allow.
Yeah, when we have chicks on this show, it's a fucking
I've never been on your
disaster.
show before. What are you talking about? No, I'm just fucking around.
But listen, 4 out of 5 women have we've ended up hating them after the show, so no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Well, listen, we shared a vape. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
Once you've shared a vape among friends, and talk shit together, I think it's
All I'm saying is be a Forrest mommy, don't be a Melanie Mac. All right? That's what we say around here at these parts.
Yeah, no, we look, listen, it's not that we have a problem with women in general. It's just we don't like women in general. And you're cool, but the thing is you're cool though. You know what I mean? We're fine with you,
Well, I think you just got to identify it happens with men and women, particularly with women, but people who oftentimes have a lot of drama with a lot of different people, that's usually
Mike, you mean the internet? In general,
and that's
now?
not true. I don't mind when women talk. Every time women talk to me, I'm always like, "Damn, girl, that's crazy."
I get the best naps ever, dude. So good. I also really, and not in I'm not like other girls pick me way, but I really cannot stand the idea of being dragged into some sort of interpersonal drama to the point where I'll just dip out. I will Irish goodbye the argument we're having, and you'll never hear from me again. So it's just I don't know.
Well, then good luck on the internet then, because
I do every day, and I think everyone who gets involved, I guess what are any of us doing really, in a more philosophical way. But
I love that you come on and we're immediately existential now. What is even life anyway?
What?
Dude?
Well, I was like, what are they even doing? I'm like, well, but what are any of us really doing? And really, we're paying our tithes to Israel.
Yeah,
and we are, and that's what really matters. I really need, they need all of the cluster munitions they could possibly get, and I think that's important. So,
well. Okay.
Finally, someone comes on this show and gets these boys on track.
Fine, thank you.
Look, what are you talking about?
My check cleared yesterday, so I gotta.
You're getting paid. We've been saying we'll fucking sell out, but nobody offers us money, and that's the problem.
I'll sell out. I mean, APAC, it ain't like you're gonna got a couple $3 laying around, and your boy, look, I'm not living high on the hog. I'll sell out for cheap.
We're easy to buy out.
Hey,
Honestly.
APAC, I'm Israel Chai. Come on.
Oh, Elle, I got to ask you a question. I gotta ask you a question. So you remember when when that whole like sugar thing came out, where all these influencers getting paid to be like, sugar's actually
Right, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever get that message? I knew some people that did.
No, so I did get approached a few years back to essentially sell my timeline to resist the mainstream. But I told everyone about it immediately, and I posted all of the emails and everything they said to me and the whole deal that they offered, just to basically say anyone who posts links from Conservative Brief, and there's a few others, like they're all on a timer, and they all get their like issued posts every single day, and they put them out on a timer, and they get paid. They offered me $1,000 a month for my Gab feed, and this was after I'd gotten banned from Twitter and I didn't have any presence.
For
like,
your Gab feed, not even a Twitter feed. Wow, they're just throwing money around.
No, they offered me $1,000 a month, but I turned it down, and then I told everyone about it. So I don't get approached to sell out anymore, really, because I'll tell everyone. I'm a tattletale. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we've had people come to us and be like,
I was watching earlier when y'all were like Tucker, like on, I like Barry Weiss, I like so and so. What is the fucking point of getting fired and being out from underneath all of these absolute like monsters if you can't immediately go and just be like, you know what, actually, you're cool. This person actually eats babies. Like what? Like why wouldn't you do that? I understand. I guess.
Why doesn't he throw him under the bus? I understand. Why doesn't he, at this point you're not going to get fired from Fox? Throw him under the bus.
Also, if there's someone who's incredibly subversive within the kind of that's in a high position in media and who's always in that circuit, like root them out, like root and stem. They need to go. And if you have the ability, maybe there is nothing there. I highly doubt that.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyways, like I'm a big believer in loyalty, but I also don't believe in, covering up.
Yeah, well, I mean,
pick your poison, whatever.
I can't get behind this. I'm detecting a troubling amount of like not plan trusting.
Oh yeah, you know what?
You gotta trust the plan.
You're not trusting the plan, dude, and that's the problem. Is that and that's what it's been.
I am sober, so I don't.
Well, so am I now, which is why I'm just now the clown pill. The clown pill has really gotten even worse now that I'm not drinking.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Because I'm like, this
I
is
have the
insane.
suppository. Damn, you got a pill? That's amazing. I gotta look into that.
I told you not to buy your chill pills from Spencer's. They're gag ones. You're not supposed to buy this. They're jokes.
I just thought things would get less funny if I quit drinking, and I quit I quit, but I'm
No,
drinking
it
a lot
actually
less,
gets
and I'm like,
more-
oh my god, this is really funny when you're sober. Holy shit!
No, and you kind of get to retain your memories, your short term and long term, which is good. You can kind of
That I'd rather not, but
I think that while it would be very easy to numb it all out. I mean, hey, this is not coming from a place of judgment. I struggled with both drugs and drinking for like a while. But I think that's exactly what, they want, right? They want you to be stupid and disconnected and just drinking. Like I had a friend of mine whose father it was right after we got to college. Like his father died of just like liver cirrhosis, and he was I say otherwise, he was in good health, but like you shouldn't be rotting your liver out of your body at age 55. You just shouldn't. And I think that's just what a horrible way to go. So I would rather let spite and the middle finger sustain me for the next 300-400 years. I think I could probably swing, maybe.
Pettiness is a really good driver. It really is.
Absolutely.
It really is a motivator. And going back to we were like, they came to us to be like to promote that Reagan movie that came out, and they're like, you gotta say how cool that Reagan. Remember that Reagan movie?
No. Who made it?
So you remember that Ronald Reagan movie that came out about a year ago?
I don't watch movies.
I think it was Dinesh that made it, right?
No,
It wasn't Dinesh.
No. It was, but it had an actual what's his face. Was it Costner? Who was playing Reagan in it? Anyway, they were like, there was a lot of that coming around, and someone was like, I'm really trying to remember what it was, but they were like, oh man, you know what? Have you heard of this program called blah blah blah? I forgot what it was called, and I'm like, no, what is that? They go, oh, so what it is like they pay you just to like basically tweet stuff that you would say anyway, and I'm like, but I wouldn't say any of this
lie?
stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I wouldn't say it. Yeah.
Is it you're talking about the one with Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid, that's the one. When that one came out, I know a bunch of people that took money that were just like, yeah, that movie was so great. And you talk to people like, did you even watch it? Like, no. I'm like, oh, you guys are, come on, man.
right now I don't do ad reads. I don't do anything like that on my show. And, I'm able to do it full time for a living, and I'm very grateful for that. And if I can continue to do it that way, I will. I've also told everyone, hey, at some point, if I have to read fucking ads, sometime during the show for a little bit so that I can keep this thing going, you're just gonna have to deal with it. But I hate that shit. I know what drives me nuts whenever I'm like watching, streams or clicking around on the internet, and I try my very best to not do that, or at least do it in my own like actual authentic way.
Well,
like, I am annoying, but it's me who's being annoying. Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
I actually find you shockingly unannoying. Like I've said that about her when she's not around.
that's
Like
true.
she's
He
like
has said
very
nice
high
things
up on
about
the
you.
list. Like whenever your name comes up, I'm like, oh yeah, L's cool. Like L around is fine.
Yeah.
But man, that list gets shorter every year. Like, especially we interact with some female, especially if they have a platform. Within an hour, Royce will look over and I'm like, I hate this person. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette.
Oh boy. Well, I got to peer behind the curtain briefly towards the end of 2020. None of this was my plan. I didn't have a platform at the start of 2020. By the end of it, I had grown a massive one and then gotten banned. Like, it's just like this wild year. But right before I got banned, it was during Maidengate, which was like the big, potential systemic voter fraud scandal that I was investigating. I had a lot of like very high profile people following me back and like sending me DMs. They're like, oh my God, I can't wait to like, let's collaborate. Let's blah, blah. And as soon as I got banned, of course, they were nowhere to be found.
Well, once your clout goes away, that's what you learn about this. Once your clout goes away.
But here's the thing. I clawed my way fucking back without them. So I owe nobody nothing.
Listen, man.
Except for the people who put me here, which is
See,
not
jokes jokes on them. I never had any clout.
Haha. Take that.
Yeah, how do you stop a man with a gun to his own head?
I don't know, man. I think
I will crash the car and kill all of us.
Yeah, exactly. You can't reason with me.
You think I give a shit?
I'm Charlie in the back of the van, wild card, baby.
I cut the brake lines. Let's fucking go. No, it's good. But you know what the good part? The good news is. Listen, at least we know Epstein killed himself, so at least that's all kind of.
That's a wrap.
We've
wrapped up a lot of great mysteries.
What a relief! What a relief to finally know.
Hotel workers aren't illegal aliens anymore.
Dude,
we're making
so
great
many
strides.
Cool things are happening.
Well, I know you know this, but like that. Ultimately, that was never an official directive, and it was people taking him literally when I think he was bluffing. There's this, I forget her name, but there's one particular person within kind of the inner circle who's kind of trying to subvert things. I think he was trying to draw her out, to be quite honest. And that's something that I'm not a trust the plan kind of person. There's a lot of things about Trump that I'm not a fan of, but something that I always find really funny is how he's really been active in this current political cycle for 10 years, it's like the 10-year anniversary the other day. And people have known this whole time that he likes to talk a lot of shit to get people, like, to adjust people's behaviors and to,
but here's my problem with it. I voted for him, and I get all that. But here's the issue with that. That's like the excuse, this is the excuse like of an abusive relationship, where this is what I hear. It's like, oh, but your father's like that. Your father's like that. He loves you.
He hits you because he loves you, and you were.
I'm an adult.
And to be fair, it was your fault. You earned it.
Yeah.
No,
so
but
that's my problem.
But nobody has ever told this. Like, no one's ever made him change that behavior. Is what I'm telling you. That's been a constant. He's also 83 or something like that now.
Is that how old he is now? That's wild.
I don't know, but he's not going to change. That is just who he is. He loves him some Israel. He loves the Jewish money, and he is going to talk a lot of shit because he's got that like 80s New York dog in him or whatever.
Do you think it's the money? Do you think it's the money that I agree with actually a lot that you said, but do you agree with it? I don't think it's a money thing with him. I don't think it's the Israel money thing with him. I think it's something else.
I don't know
some sort of weird loyalty, but I don't think it's a money thing. It's like this, like no one's better at it. It's like everything with him is a competition. Like, no, you think you were good with Israel? No. I love Israel more than the other guy, and it's like, come on, man.
Nobody loves Israel more than Lindsey Graham, though. Let's be honest. He was actually spotted earlier, just like in a military warehouse, like humping the bombs before they go overseas.
But that's the problem. Does Lindsey Graham love Israel? Or does he love bombs?
I think it could be both. They're not mutually exclusive.
Well, he loves.
I think that Lindsey Graham.
It's a Venn diagram every time.
When we run out of
hot Israeli boys.
Listen, when we run out of countries to use helicopters and missiles on, don't think the second Lindsey Graham won't go. I've been saying Israel's been a problem for
Remember
a long
when he turned
time.
on Ukraine? Lindsey Graham is such a snake.
As soon as there's new shit to blow up, as soon as we blow up Iran and there's no more Arab Middle Eastern countries, he's going to go, I don't like Israel. They're getting a bit uppity. You're going to go, what? Well, we got to blow somebody up.
Israel's just got such they've really positioned themselves so well. They can appeal
9/11
to
ruled.
They can, but no, but it's a religion, it's a ethnicity, it's a place, it's like
it's a catch-all. It's amazing.
It can be whatever you need it to be.
State of mind.
And if you criticize any of it, you're an anti-Semite.
Not me. I have a bumper sticker in my car that says my other car's an ethno state.
Al, are you telling me that people that engage in this sort of behavior would be accurately described as shapeshifters or skinwalkers?
No, she's saying.
I'm saying it.
They're reptilians and they live in the sewers underneath the city.
First of all, half of that has been proven to be true.
And secondly, I will not have you referring to New York and Boca Raton that way.
I'm sorry, but you can't even make a joke like that anymore when I see Hasidic Jews coming out of the fucking sewers like the goddamn
They're
Ninja
in the
Turtles.
fucking tunnels.
Like fucking
Fact
Michelangelo
check me,
with a
bro.
pizza.
No, they're more like mole men, is what you're saying.
Well, they were digging those tunnels. I don't know. It was dirt.
Dude.
So,
That's where gold is, Al.
What's a bloody mattress between friends?
About 9 to 10 years old. Oh, that's gross. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. They did it, not me. I'm not the one with the bloody mattress. Well, I mean, not on purpose anyway.
I did
that it came to mind a little quickly. But it's fine, But I'm going to talk about the lizard people living underneath the sewers then, and you can't stop me.
No, please.
Free speech,
we
baby.
can talk about the lizard people all you want. I'm all for talking about the lizard people. Look, the one thing that I think we all have in common, at least currently right now, is that everyone here is taking the clown pill. We are now at a point of like, if you can't laugh at this stuff, like just every day you wake up, I'm howling. Like I was crying laughing when the Elon Trump thing was going on. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I was howling
because it's something
you were laughing. They were fighting. Who's going to pick up JD Vance from soccer practice?
That's right.
I don't understand how you can laugh at a time like this.
He's old enough to take an Uber. He's old enough to fly unsupervised.
I'm imagining the fat JD Vance holding a lunchbox in the rain.
With like a lollipop.
Yeah, just in the rain going
Staring at his shoes, kicking his feet around.
Don't worry. Don't
I know
worry.
we're fighting right now, but if you don't come to his karate match, he is going to remember this forever.
JD Vance was there for you for everything, and if you cannot show up to his soccer game,
I want to answer Elle's question on ironically who's going to pick him up from soccer practice. The answer is Peter Thiel. There you go.
Okay.
We still have a third parent in the mix.
He's already got eyes on him. He knows where he is. He's fine. He's going to come get him. He's got the drone.
Peter Thiel shows up. He goes, I'm here to pick you up. What's the password? Stranger danger. What's the password?
No, they've got the whole biometric thing. You don't even have to putting in a password is for like, Neanderthals.
For lamos.
I keep hearing that Peter Thiel's like this bad guy, but then I keep reminding myself.
Well, he's a faggot.
Yeah, but he put Gawker out of business and he made Hulk Hogan a rich man again. So in my opinion, he has done more to restore this country than he's done to hurt it. And he's okay in my book.
Have you ever looked into his parabiosis company?
No, please. I would love this.
He made Hulk Hogan rich again. Pay attention.
Do you know what parabiosis is?
No, please explain.
It's where you okay. Let me back this up one more again. Have you ever seen the show?
This Elle, frankly, is a bum. She doesn't have a TV show, and she's desecrating the great name of Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Put a pin in that too.
Okay.
But have you ever seen the show Silicon Valley?
Of course. I love that show.
Okay. So there is a scene, I think it's like where Gavin Belson is like talking to the guys, and like this younger guy comes in and they start swapping blood, and he's like, oh yeah, it's like, so that is actually a huge industry out in Silicon Valley. Like Mike Judge, that show has aged so well. I think it's gotten better in time.
I love that show. That show's one of the
I'm trying not
funniest
to
shows.
start. Oh, good, it's so good. It's so fucking good. But
Come
so
on, you know
parabiosis-
Puddle of Mud.
He's so great at mixing in like these really like salient, like deep points, but like with the most retarded, like juvenile humor.
Russ
Like-
Hanneman is
like
is
he
a
will do
god
something that
character.
shows you like what the deep state's up to, and then in the next scene he's like, "Oh, we're releasing this new internet box, and it has a dick drawn on it."
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
It's
like,
so
"The
good.
show rules!" Like,
Oh, Russ Hanneman. I'm sorry. The lady
rules.
told me, like, I'm disrupting fatherhood. Oh, it's so good.
Hey, this guy
So fucking
fucks.
good.
This guy fucks. This guy fucks.
Oh yeah, because he got that AI voice to tell
Yeah.
his kid all the bad news.
Yes,
and he's
the
like,
oh
my
god,
kid
I
always
forgot
loved me,
about
dude.
that.
Yeah.
That was, bro. That show was so fucking. Sorry. I we'll get
No,
out of
no,
there.
that's what I'm saying. So, but there's a scene where Gavin and like this like young kid, he's like, he looks like a Hitler Youth, doesn't he? But like they're
Yeah.
swapping blood, and he keeps like making them go on with a meeting because they're all just like, what the fuck are you doing? So that exists. It's called parabiosis, which like originally in science, I'm using that word loosely. It's the study of attaching two different living organisms together, sometimes like trying to combine, like say, like what was that?
Elle, are
unit
you
out-
talking about like? Sorry to interrupt you, but are you talking about like that one? I forgot his name, but you'll probably know that one rich guy who's like trying to stay young forever, who keeps swapping blood
His
with his
name's
kid.
Brian Johnson, who measures
Him.
his usefulness in like the amount of erections he gets in a night. Yeah, that guy.
Oh,
and he looks.
Well,
like,
then I'm 0 years old. Ha ha.
You're just a baby.
Also, you tell me a better metric. Fucking explain to me. What's the better metric?
Listen, as the woman here on the show today, I don't get boners. I don't know.
So
that's
so
something
how
I
it
don't.
works? I think
It's
so.
not.
You haven't lived.
Sorry, you were explaining the.
Being a woman sucks, bro. You don't even know what it's like.
All right, guys, let's get off the boners for a second.
The wind blows as my like crush walks by, and then she sees my boner and my pleated khakis, and I'm scarred for life. Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all were ashamed when that used to happen.
50 shades of L over here.
When I got boners in high school, I used to stand there with my hands on my hips.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sorry if this is awkward for all of you, but this is just natural.
But I wore sweatpants and Daddy ain't wearing no underwear.
I'm 16 years old. This thing's like this 22 hours a day. What do you want?
Anyway, sorry, you were talking about the blood thing.
I regret.
No,
making
you
those
don't.
jokes
You
now.
do
I'm like-
not. We're so happy you're here. We're so happy you're
Now
here.
I'm 42.
No, I
when it
do.
comes to having sex, we both have to pull out our Google calendars
Yeah,
and
no,
be like, all right,
seriously.
what day works for you? Because I swear to God, if I was doing
Wait.
coke 3 days before this, I'm still not going to be able to really.
You guys are people still listen? You don't achieve wizard status by being, a whore. Okay,
Yeah.
you achieve wizard status by never touching anyone in any sort of sexual connotation ever. So
Oh, I think that's just being effectively autistic. I mean, that's.
I just don't like people.
We know.
And
We know.
I do like people, but like the idea of inviting someone over to my home.
That's the
no.
key. That's
Why
the
would
key.
I-
Don't bring them back
why-
to your place. I don't.
But why would I go to his house to see his like
you
navy
made-
blue
you-
bed sheets?
Okay, first-
and like
too
his
specific.
like lack of a comforter.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second.
First of all,
There's no need to attack our audience like that, Al. Come on.
First of all,
I'm just saying,
they're gray sheets and the comforter is royal blue, and that's
Yeah,
not.
okay,
It's a
so
royal
fuck it.
blue,
And it's
not
on a
navy.
frame. And it's on a frame, Al. It's not on the floor. It's on a frame.
I mean, you were in a stable relationship.
I
So
mean, kind of.
I expect that for you.
Hey, my
So-
life's as unstable as fucking anything. I at least have a bedroom set. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I've replaced most of the furniture over time, as it kind of fell apart from all of the random cast-offs I got from family members in college to like good furniture. But my bedroom furniture is actually still like just this kind of cobbled together collection of roadside furniture. So, but I like it all, and it's all like my whatever. I have solid wood furniture, okay, and it's really nice. So,
Hey, look. Listen.
Hell yeah.
As long as the numbers keep you happy. I mean, that's. I wish the best for you.
I just went in years ago with a credit card to Ashley, and I said, "Look, man, when a chick comes over, I just want him to think I didn't just get out of prison.
I want her.
That's
to just,
all I'm
like-
asking.
I need a rug. Anyways, whatever.
I just don't want anybody to think I take the bus. Can you give me that basic starter kit?"
But like, I don't want to go to someone else's house and touch them. I don't want them to come to my home and touch me. So I don't do that.
Have you thought about being on Love on the Spectrum? I think you would do really good on that show.
No, I don't want to share my space with anyone.
I think she just wants to be on the spectrum.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be alone, to be quite honest. I would like
Based.
No, I feel that.
I really don't I do like other people, but I don't want to be around anyone else in person. You know?
I'm with you. Listen, I've been
we all
playing.
know.
I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky lately. That's the loneliest video game on the planet, and I love it. I'm like, nobody
I have had
bothers
the
me.
same Minecraft world for like 3.5 years, and I just go in there and
Nobody
build random
bothers you.
shit, and I tinker around. And it's awesome. So I build machines and shit, and it's my
I'm playing
place.
I'm playing
it's my
Oblivion.
world. So wait,
Oblivion,
what?
everyone bothers you all the time.
You keep clipping out right when you're saying whatever it is that you're talking about.
Oblivion, in Oblivion, everyone bothers you all
Elder
the
Scrolls,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded that the other day, and I keep promising to play it on a stream, and then I keep lying to everyone and not doing it. So.
Well, women are liars. They're used to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a lot of optimistic belief in myself. Delusional, some might call it, where I'm like, I can do it all. I can manage all my time perfectly, and I can do all the things that I want to do. And then I,
How's it working out?
It's great. I get these kind of crushing like guilt spirals where I like kind of shut myself off and don't talk to anybody for 6 months at a time. It's great.
Yeah, like
Super
us.
fun.
She just stopped talking to us. She just disappeared. And then she shows up. She's like, hey, what's up? You remember me? I'm like, oh, you're alive. That's kind of cool.
Well, so that was me making effort to be social.
And listen,
look
at us now. Look at us now being social together. Look at us.
Yeah, but like, hey,
A bunch of autistic peas in a pod.
One thing that I think that COVID did get right was like the concept of being, together apart. I do love that. I think that's pretty great. So
I will say during COVID, it was a great, like for being like more like not wanting to go out type person. It was great to just be like, man, I wanted to go to that dog, but I don't want to get caught, COVID, curfews and all that.
I got the coof. I kind of wish they would bring back the circles on the floor at like checkout lines too, so that people don't like crowd up on you. Like, you should get back in your circle, you bitch. Anyway.
Not every idea was bad. Not all of them were bad.
I
QR
love the
codes for
circles.
menus though. Kill yourself. That was
I hate
terrible.
those. I fucking
Oh.
go. Give me a fucking menu.
Yeah, can we get 11? Can we get a Walmart that's open 24 hours back too, please?
Please, God.
I'm a 3 a.m. grocery shopper.
Oh, isn't it the best going into Walmart at 2 a.m. and just being
Because
like, I
it's-
got this whole place to myself, dude.
And not being afraid for your safety. It's great, yeah. It's just you and the guy who's like just trying his best to polish the floor around you, and you're like, I'm sorry. I gotta get my stuff.
Yeah, sorry. I needed drumsticks out of that ice cream thing at fucking 3 in the morning.
they were
Sorry, I'm
open.
messing your floors up.
Listen, if you didn't want people walking on the floor right now, you shouldn't be open. And I guess that was the whole point.
Well, now they're not open.
Now they're
so
not.
thanks.
So,
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I go to Costco and I hate it, but I love Costco, so there's that.
She loves Costco, but she hates people. Man, it's tough. It's a tough
It
life.
really is. But so, my city, we are a 2 Costco city now. Not to brag, but that is a
Rubbing
huge.
money in
It's a
our
big deal.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So the Costco crowd has now kind of been split up between the two, East Egg and West Egg, and that like
Kitty.
Yeah, okay.
Kitty.
What's he doing? She's coming to
Kitty.
destroy the chair. She loves doing that. It's her favorite thing.
Clarence has started doing that to my chair in my studio now. He'll get up on top of it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But he'll stand like completely tall on it. I'm like, what are you doing?
He's just got to see.
asserting
So this
dominance.
spot right here.
She just lays. I like that. That's cool.
She caused that with her little pausies, and I just colored in with a Sharpie.
Nice.
Hashtag life hack. It works pretty terribly.
I like how she just sits up there. Like, my cats won't do that. She's just chilling.
She's just, well, I mean, she's just a little buddy.
Apparently, Iranian TV just tweeted out there is a surprise tonight that the world will remember for centuries.
Oh, good.
What time? Is it going to be
Oh,
before or
boy,
after?
do I love surprises.
Is
oh
it
my
before-
God.
Don't tell me. I'm going to TiVo it.
Are they-
I'm going to
Nobody
TiVo
spoil
it.
it. I'm only on season 2.
Half-Life 3.
Are they
Half-Life 3.
Are they
Half-Life 3.
But are they dropping this before or after 10 p.m. Eastern is what I
Look,
need
guys,
to know.
we need to know.
I need to know if I need to do any show prep for Nightwave or if it's going to be one of those nights where I just flip go live and I'm like, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom all night,
Yeah.
That's what I do on my show too. Wow.
I miss the Floyd riots. You know what I mean? Like, I really genuinely miss the summer
I
love.
get weirdly nostalgic for 2020 all the time. Like, it was awful.
It was
but I
2
get,
weeks of no show prep. It was 2 weeks of every night going, yeah, just go live and GloomTube will be on. And we just watch a bunch of people burn down in AutoZone. I drink a couple Bud Lights. We count super chats and we call it a night.
Oh boy.
Relax, guys. Relax. None of us are in Israel right now. We're fine.
You let us down, California. By the way, this last riot was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, this last riot sucked. What did you think about the LA riots? They're terrible this time, right?
You couldn't even burn down that Chinese graffiti building or whatever it is.
I feel like the fires probably improved some of the area a bit. You know, like burned some of the trash out. So
Yeah.
That
I think they also burned I think it burned up a lot of the cool burnable shit.
It was like
I think
Skid Row.
They had less shit to burn.
Yeah,
you know,
who cares? That fucking entire fucking place fucking sucks. I'm so sick of us pretending California fucking matters. I'm so sick of it. Just build the wall. I don't need them. I don't want them. I don't fucking need them. I don't want them.
The only case they used to have is, but what about Hollywood movies? And you're like, yeah, they're mostly filmed in
They're filmed
Atlanta
in
and
Atlanta and
Toronto.
Toronto.
So we don't really
I don't-
need LA anymore. Like,
when was the last? I know one of y'all keeps saying that you're looking forward to Naked Gun. I have not enjoyed a new anything, and so sorry. What are you doing, Kitty? I haven't enjoyed new anything in
Cat
so
rules.
long. Yeah, like Little Cat is very indifferent to our suffering, which I find is like comforting. You know, I'm like, Little Cat, the world's falling apart. What do you think? And she's just like, I don't
really
could not
care.
Yeah.
I don't
Where
really
is
care.
my temptation bucket? And I'm like, they're $12 a bucket now, Little Cat. I can't always get them. And she's like, she does not care. She is a very unforgiving,
I do love
overseer,
explaining world events to my cats once in a while. Like, I'll just turn over and look at Clarence and be like, we're going to war with Iran, homie. And he's just staring at me. And I'm like, yeah. You excited? He's just looking at you like, I'm hungry.
Sorry, I normally don't stream during the day either, so like I really don't know what to do about like all of the different light issues in here because like it's always
not bad.
It doesn't matter.
I know I look like a radiant angel right now.
No,
and you're like, wow.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
you're feeling it, dog.
glowing. Honestly, is what I was gonna say.
But it seems like it's getting worse, so I just sorry.
Life in general is getting worse. That's
pretty
that
bad.
is 100% true. It's happening to all of us.
I mean, if people are still holding on to like the delusional thought that like people in general are going to get smarter and better at solving problems and better at working together, like like that's not happening.
Right?
So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Or I'll just ask Rock to do it for me. Get better at solving problems. Rock will figure it out.
And I'm all for automation at
if
this
you
point. I drove all the...
you deserve whatever happens to you. I promise.
If you trust all those ChatGPTs and
I don't.
Grok stuff.
I don't trust them. I am. I can't come up with like. I got to come up with some slurs, but I am AI racist and also racist against the people who use AI frequently.
We're just we're the old-fashioned kind.
Dude, I'm all for automation.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, like I think everyone's a little racist. Let's be honest.
you have to
We're
be.
a lot racist. Either one. But
Not
yeah,
me.
like I'm just like I observe the world and make generalizations based on my observations.
Yeah,
That's
that's your
oops.
mistake, and that's why they're not calling you anymore to do $1,000 a month tweets.
See, me personally, I don't read any articles. Everybody goes, you see this article about Iran? My ass, probably the Jews.
And you
I
know
don't
what?
got time to read all that shit.
Shockingly, you're right a lot of the time.
Yeah, and I don't
Just
have to.
guessing.
And I don't have to read nothing. It's probably the Jews. I'm not even angry about it. I'm just telling you, it's probably them.
I just find it. I think it's just getting exhausting because like everyone's on a pulpit all the time, and all these shows you go like the front page of any one of these sites, and everyone's saying the same exact thing. Oh,
Right.
it's the same talking points. It's the same shit.
I
It's
ask myself that all the time about like the Twitter feed or whatever social media. Like ask yourself if you blocked out everyone's names and profile picture and you refresh the feed so you didn't know who came from what, would you be able to identify who wrote what on the timeline? And I feel like if you can't tell the difference, then that's probably someone you need to unfollow because you're going to keep getting that take from other, like, you know what I mean? I've really tried to.
I only listen to Cat Turd, so that's me. Like I'm a cat.
He does have really good takes.
I want to burn his house down because he ran over his cat. So or
Dude,
dog or whatever.
yeah, dog. He ran over his dog. I know. What a lunatic.
What's the story on him running over his cat? Was he just not paying attention? Or?
I'm not
It was a
gonna do
mistake.
it, but I want to.
It was a mistake. I mean, he says it was a mistake.
But the thing, all right, so like I have a neighbor's cat that they let out, which I don't trust me. I want to kill them, but
If
that's their
this
cat.
ends sadly, I don't want to hear it. To be honest.
No, it doesn't. My point being, I have a neighbor's cat that hangs out in my yard because he likes me. And now when I go out at night, like
Feel
if I need food or if I need to run at the store, I do a whole walk around my car
to make sure.
Then I have like my car in reverse, and I'm still like with the cat looking, and I'm like, Is this little fucker, like, I don't want him to dart out, you know what I mean? And I'm like, how do you run over your own cat? That's not even my fucking cat. And I'm like, I don't want to run over my little orange friend.
They'll come get it, like underneath vehicles after you park because they they'll get by the engine block and stay warm. Yeah.
Well, that's what happened here.
We don't have that problem in Florida. They literally are, yeah. If they're under your car, it's raining. It's like if they're not directly under your car and it's raining, they're fine. Nobody's escaping the cold here.
I like the idea of Florida, and then I go like I don't really like anything about being on the beach, so that's not really appealing. But
you don't have to be on the beach.
It's if I got a lizard in my house, I guess would you kill the lizard? Probably. So,
Oh, do you know what I found last night? I've been living how many years? How many years have I been living in Florida now? Like 15, 16 years?
16 years.
First time ever last night, right in my front door, I saw an armadillo.
Really? Oh, I see those all the time.
I've never seen one before. I went, we have armadillos?
You know what was
here?
in my garage
filming
yesterday?
him. He was running for me, and I was filming him. Like, wait, come back! I didn't know we had armadillos here, and he's just running from me into the garbage
I always
area.
see him like squished.
You know what was in my garage yesterday? A fucking long black garden snake. I walk into the garage and there's a fucking snake in there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, the noise I made, because I did not know I thought armadillos were a Texas thing. I just walked outside and he was right on my welcome mat.
They
And I
have
walked
legs.
outside
They
and went,
can
ah! And he started walking away. And I'm like, is that that's an armadillo. I thought it was a giant bug at first. And then I was like, oh, it's an armadillo.
They are a bit jarring to look at.
And he was just running from me. And I'm like, I thought you guys turn into balls when you're scared.
Yeah, come back. You have leprosy or something.
Oh, I didn't touch. I videotape. You can hear me on tape saying,
It is
all right,
leprosy.
come. I was like, come
Yeah.
here, buddy. I don't want, and I said in the tape, I'm like, I don't want to touch you because I know you got some kind of weird fucking disease. I can't remember right now, but I know it's something.
Yeah, it's something biblical. As a matter of fact.
See, look, this is what people should be doing. The World War III and all this is coming. People should be talking about cats and armadillos. Isn't this the
You should
better?
be chasing armadillos around your yard
You
at
should be
2 in the
talking
morning.
about the random varmints you have to like get out of your house or your yard.
Isn't this Isn't this better? Because we can't do
This is
anything
way
about the
better.
Israel thing, but I can fill my bird feeder every day. I could do that.
I killed
Yeah.
some
Well,
some
that's
tire tread trying not to kill a fucking possum the other day who was just strolling across my street like it was like a nice casual walk in the park. And I was like, like literally almost swerved off the road. And he was still like, even when I fucking almost hit him, he was just looking at me and like just crawling across the
Well,
street.
I
Like, what a little
think
dick.
something else that's important to be doing right now, though, is like whenever there's any sort of, I hate to use the word drama because, like, Israel and Iran threatened to bring us all into World War III. I guess it's a little bit more than drama.
More of
but
your
for-
Israeli drama.
Yeah, right. So like sand through the hourglass. So are the dreams.
BB's such a drama queen.
He fucking is, dude. But I think it is
Yeah,
important,
yeah.
though. There were so many people yesterday, and I'm not trying to discount the level of frustration and anger people were feeling, but the level of just like hysteria people were exhibiting yesterday was insane. And I think that I'm trying to be more conscientious about looking for the calm heads in the room whenever things are a little bit chaotic, because it was so contagious, and people were just saying, like, I'm like, nothing as of yesterday, nothing had happened really, and I'm so over it. And I think that is something you can control. Is you can control what you're bringing in. Obviously, you want to stay informed, or maybe you don't. I mean, realistically, what are you going to do about it? Probably nothing. So if you want to cut it out, then cut it out, whatever. But like, I also think it's important to really not give that sort of just. I swear, if it were back in like the Crucible times, we'd be calling them witches and burning them, just like the mass hysteria. but
Sounds
whatever.
fun. I always want to do the Salem thing.
Or smushing them with the rocks.
That
right?
sounds good too. And look, listen, if they're not witches, then they'll die and then they'll go to heaven. That's how that works. I'm pretty sure the Salem witch trials. I'm not.
Yeah, no,
positive.
that's how we figured it out. It's like if you drowned, you weren't a witch, and also you got a one-way ticket to Jesusville.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, and that's fine. They did the same thing to Catholics for a while there.
I think a lot of the hysteria comes from at least from like okay, and I hear what you're saying, and people are a bunch of drama queens. I agree. I think the hysteria for like the reason that it's not that we can't do anything, but it's like it's just frustrating to go, okay, we've seen this before. We're just gonna pretend that it's not happening again.
I don't know what people's best case scenario is that they envision? And I think that's important to ask yourself too. Like, what exactly do you like? Would you just want him to say, I'm not paying attention to any of this. We're not talking about it. We're not engaging with it. We're not looking over there. Y'all blow each other up or not?
Yeah, I
Like,
agree with that. Honestly, yeah, I would
what
rather.
behavior do you want to see?
Yeah, no, I don't want to
That's
see.
what
I don't want to see anger. I just want to be like, listen, go deal with your shit. We'll deal with our shit, and that's my thing. See, my thing is like I don't give a because people go like the God's thing's a great example. It's like I don't give a fuck about Palestine either. So it's not like I'm not one of these Palestinian
Right.
babies. I don't give a shit about that either. I don't give a fuck about Hamas. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck because my thing is like
I don't care about the interpersonal squabblings of sand people.
Yeah,
to be quite
exactly.
honest.
I
It
hope
does not
about
affect
here.
me.
Yeah.
I hope both sides get what they want.
Well, no, because then we're all dead. If both sides get what they want, we're done.
I hope both sides get what they want. I wish you both the best of luck.
I want me to get what I want.
Well, good
Fuck
luck.
them.
Well, you're not. Yeah, we'll get an APAC person. I mean, that's all I can tell you.
I've been trying.
So have we, man. Trust me, we try too.
I would have been fine with being like, yeah, soda's fine on food stamps. Who gives a shit? Like, give me a check. I'm going to fucking, I'm going to the Hard Rock.
I only get my. First off, I only get my news from trusted sources like Ian Miles Chung. That's me because I believe in good news sources.
Yep.
I feel like I finally understood why people freak out about, representation in media. Well, and granted, we've kind of got some concerns about JD Vance or whatever, but when he went on Theo Vaughn and laughed about that guy having Ian Miles,
That was one of the funniest things.
That is so fucking. I'm like, he's just like me. It's great. It's so
I did enjoy the fact that he's like, who does he have muted? And then he clicked it and he was like, nice. And I was like, yeah, I hate that fucking guy.
It's nice to know because the one thing
The whole world can come together on hating Ian Miles.
This is why I like JD Vance. I'll say this, and I will say because the reason he's a good politician, he's very likable, is because other politicians would be very stuffy and would have no comment on him. They'd be sitting there, but he's like, "Yeah, that guy's a fucking loser," and you're like, "Oh yeah, I think he's a loser too. That's cool."
I think that
Legit.
something that I do appreciate about JD Vance too, though. I mean, I don't entirely hate him. I don't know. I want to know more about him.
You
and I
cannot
just haven't-
trust him, and that's okay. And you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to.
trust anyone.
You don't have to hate anyone and not
trust
trust him.
him,
Yeah.
But something that he is doing too is kind of teaching some language, like the ways to express frustrations that a lot of people on the right have that they haven't really worked on trying to find the right words for it. He has really given it kind of laid out a blueprint for that, and I think that that's very important to be able to verbalize it and to be able to express your frustrations rather than be like, yeah, it's a bunch of woke commies. Like that's
If Trump, here's my point. If Trump could talk like we always say this, like if Trump could get his point across like Vance, it would be a lot more palpable for a lot of people because he does.
I like my president to communicate to me in all caps 3 a.m. Truth Social post.
too.
Okay, and I
like my president to communicate like a drunk ex at 3 a.m.
They can't have a nuclear weapon. All right, dude. I was just playing video games, hanging out. I don't know why you're yelling at me. They can't. Okay.
Okay, man.
Do what you
Go
gotta
to
do,
bed.
buddy. Shit.
there was an era of time. A lot of people were doing this, but Trump really did it. I think the best of all between 2012 and 2015 or so. He would just record 30-second videos while sitting up in his office in Trump Tower, like President Obama went to India and was chewing gum, and they all thought it was disgusting, and then it's just over and post it to his Instagram. Good. Oh man, I love him, but I hate him, but I love him. I love him more than I hate him, but he does. I mean, he's got the things about him that I
look. My point is,
we knew that going into it this time around.
I know, but I mean, my problem is that
you expected an 80-year-old man to change his ways?
No.
It's not gonna happen.
Look, his communication is really not my It's not really that. It's like I'm worried more than anything is that the same thing's happening the last time. The people that he's putting around him are really people like the Lindsey Grahams who he takes photos with all the time and the Mark Levins and the people around him. Trump, the one thing with Trump that I think we all agree in, it's easy to flatter him and if you flatter him, he'll do whatever you want for the most part. As long as that's what Lindsey Graham did to him a couple times, right?
He's like the worm tongue in Lord of the Rings, just bowing, yes.
And it kind of and what the little petty shit that he did with Rand Paul and Massey was so petty. It was so stupid. It's like, what are you, a baby? Stop.
I do think that one fucking thing I hate about those two is sometimes they have they need to read the fucking room and just know maybe you think that cutting border spending right now is is really important to your balanced budget idea, I wouldn't say it out loud. I would just try to kind of quietly bring it about. But like, it just feel like,
yeah, but I mean that's unfair because Trump says fucking the farmer thing out loud. He says it out loud before he even has an idea, and it's like Trump's Mr. Say It Out Loud. I think the problem is that Trump doesn't understand.
Again, they understand social nuance. That's the
I don't
thing.
think they care. But here's we gotta look at it from their perspective. I don't think they fucking care. I wouldn't either. I mean, it's not. Look, let's be honest. Massey and Rand Paul weren't like this when Trump got. They've always been like this, right? Like
that's fair.
This isn't. The thing with Rand Paul and Massey, you could say, is they're not these anti-Trump guys. They never were. Rand Paul and Massey has been a problem for everybody that's been in the White House because they're principled guys. And whatever. Look, and even if you agree or disagree.
Before that, it was Ron, and then it was Tom Coburn.
Yeah,
too.
I mean,
so there's always there's always like 2 or 3 in the GOP that that's their entire job, as being an obstructionist to not just the left, but everyone.
But the bill sucked. So, I mean, let's be honest. The bill fucking sucked. Like
omnibus bills are always going to suck.
Yeah, I know, but that's my point. It's
we were promised the sucking was over.
It's that abusive relationship again. Dad, you know how dad
is. The stripper
is.
doesn't love you. I'm sorry.
I know a stripper
That's why I didn't
you.
vote for the stripper this time, and I feel good. I feel guilt-free.
By the way, a stripper doesn't love me, but you want to know the difference? The fucking stripper doesn't take my money at gunpoint if I don't give it to her. Like, that's the difference. Like, I can give the stripper money. Well, Cardi B does, but that's a little different. That's a different kind of stripper.
True.
Oh, okay, real quick. What's up with the Diddy thing? What's going on with that shit?
Oh man, that's you can't ask that with 5 minutes left.
No, yes, I have to. That's how we do this.
No,
5-minute QRD.
I didn't
Diddy
get to
go.
finish my story about parabiosis either.
Sorry. That's your fault for bringing up how cool Silicon Valley was.
Okay, parabiosis
it's such a good show.
It is.
Pick one.
Well, no.
Why do they have?
This is why I like her. No.
Yeah, she's like, no, fuck you, no. Fuck you, no. How's that?
I'll leave. How about that?
I feel it.
Oh, shit. How about, fucking almost, okay.
Ella's like me when she's a guest on a show. It's like, look, I kind of didn't even want to be here.
I don't want to be.
So if you kick me out of here, I'm just going to go to the bar down the street. I'm fine with this.
I don't drink. I will log into Minecraft. Okay?
Well, maybe not drinking, but my point being, it's like I always go into any guest spot with, listen, I want you to know for the record, I've got like 5 better things to do. Yeah. So I'm doing your show for free. So let's get with it.
The alternative is doing nothing for a bit, which, to be quite honest, is great.
It's awesome.
Oh, doing doing nothing is like that's high up there.
Sometimes on a Saturday, I'll just sit down for like an hour straight before I even start the day.
Just zone out, and you're like, "What were you thinking? Fucking nothing, dude."
Nothing.
Yeah, I was just waiting for my energy drink to kick in before I could even do anything.
Did I just achieve like Nirvana for a second? That was great. I did that yesterday. I just was listening to music, and I swear I time warped, and it was great. I might have dozed off.
Music's a Jewish trick.
What music? I need to know what you listen to.
I listen to a lot of EDM.
Oh, I like EDM too. Like what?
I mean, Deadmau5 is my favorite.
Ooh.
I know that sounds cliche.
First off,
he's the fucking best.
Pronounced Deadmau5. Okay?
Deadmau5.
My favorite thing about Deadmau5 is just what an absolute cunt he is.
He's a fucking asshole. But
and that's why I respect him.
Good. He's so good at what he does. It doesn't matter.
He's a cunty little autistic Jew from fucking Toronto.
I love him.
Like me.
I love him. He can make
My
the hell out
brother.
of a tune.
And he's a gossipy bitch. Like whenever whenever somebody else in his genre is like doing sleazy shit, he'll be like, yeah, by the way, so-and-so likes underage girls. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, whatever you want. He'll light a fire and then walk away from Instagram, and you're like, you're a madman.
With that information, but I just feel like you should know that.
You're a madman.
So yeah, I do a lot of non-lyric stuff where it's like a repetitive phrase, like how EDM goes. I can't even think of one. But I'm basically listening to that constantly. I have a massive playlist going on Spotify. It's a work of art. So
she listens to music like a hacker listens to, like in a movie, which is just music and just techno beats and hacking into stuff.
Yeah, but so I like a lot of. I don't even.
Okay,
really...
I'm gonna name some because I'm gonna tell you something. Do you like Grizz? I like Grizz.
Love Grizz.
I love Grizz. Do you like? I like the Floozies. They're smaller, but they're really good.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Oh, they're good. Check them out. If you like Grizz, you like the Floozies. I would tell you should check out EDC, but you don't like to be around people, so you'd hate it.
Electric Daisy.
Yeah, down here. It's in Orlando and then also in Vegas.
Yeah, how did you get an EDM and you don't like being around people?
That's weird. That's weird.
Remember when I said I used to do drugs and
there you
like
go, yeah.
drink and I
makes
used to go. So I went to New Year's Eve 360 at Base Nectar like 5 years in a row.
Base Nectar.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that was huge back in the day. Like the Womp Womp dubstep was huge. It was so much fun.
There was a show that came out. There was a show that came out recently called It's Florida Man, and it's like stories of real Florida people, and they do dramatizations. And one of them was about a dude who accepted money to cut off another guy's thumb for Base Nectar tickets.
What?
Yeah.
I recommend that show. It's fucking hilarious.
But I listen to a lot of Dead Mouse's stuff is like I like how long his songs are, so he's not rushing them. Like they're usually pretty relaxed, and if there's like a really heavy hitting spot, it's not the whole song. So I don't know. A lot of it's pretty relaxing to me.
I'm glad. It's nice to know that you're a fellow lover of fat wobbles.
Oh yeah. No, I have a playlist from back. I have a playlist from back in college that is all like Bass Nectar and like it's like Bass Cannon and Flux Pavilion and shit like that.
Flux
and
Pavilion rules. I love Flux Pavilion.
It's called. The playlist is called Wamposaurus Rex. Okay,
Oh,
I was that fucking person. Okay,
and Elle, with that, please plug all your stuff.
Well, if you want to find me, we're already going to do so.
Yes.
So, like, you know what I mean? Like, why?
You're bad at this.
Come to my Twitter page. It's some bitch I know if you want to, and then you can find the rest of the links there.
Wow. Jeez.
Or don't.
Hey, Elle, maybe we'll see you like again in not like 2 years this time.
Oh yeah. Hey, Elle.
Like, but people are like, hey, go follow me, go do all this. Like, if someone really liked my shit, like they were already gonna do that anyways. They don't need me to tell them to do that.
Yeah. Also, why don't you follow me back after all this time? Jesus Christ.
Wait, what's your fucking account? I thought I was
Gooning on Rumble.
I'm gooning on Rumble.
On Twitter.
Gooning on Rumble.
At
Yes.
Gooning on Rumble. Yeah.
Gooning. That's a fucking great username.
Yeah, it is,
Gooning
right?
on Rumble.
I made it when they signed Dr. Disrespect.
First of all, I don't sit on top of my Twitter notifications. I used to be obsessed with them. When I first got banned back in 2020, it like kind of destroyed my like attachment to the like metrics and shit like that. So now I just don't give a fuck. So I used to sit on top of them. I would have noticed it, but I don't know. I have nothing to do as well rather than sit there and do that. So gooning
on Rumble.
On Rumble. All one word?
Yeah. They love me on Rumble with that.
Elle, thank you for being on.
It says you follow each other. I do fucking you fucking
Oh, did you start following me?
I already did.
All right, well, you weren't.
Fucking liar.
You weren't.
I was. Swear me, mom.
Piece of shit.
Elle, thank you so much for being on. We appreciate
Oh, yeah, she does follow me. Look at that.
Look at that. Come on, anytime you want to come on and like bitch about anything, come on. You're one of our favorite people. So, and we mean that sincerely. And we've even said it, not even thinking you were going to hear it. That's how much you know we mean it.
Someone said I don't sub to fat OnlyFans girls. Sorry. Oh well, listen. You can also pay me to keep my clothes on, which is what people do currently. So.
OnlyFans girls? That was a little odd.
That was mean.
You gotta get like honestly, if you're gonna insult a person on the internet, like you need to get more specific and meaner.
Yeah, Elle, stop.
Like,
no, you're an OnlyFans girl. Stop with all the thirst trap.
Yeah, stop with your
and all the
stop with your
stop with all the whore pictures you're taking.
Oh, come on. There's kids watching.
Yeah. Like you clearly don't know me. If you're gonna insult me, be specific and make it hurt, or don't do it at all.
Stop
honestly.
slutting it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, Al, thank you so much for being on. We're out of here, guys. See you later, Al. Anytime you want, you come on. Let it.
Cool.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
And there she goes, guys. We'll be on tomorrow. Locals.revengeofthesis.com. Patreon.com/1outside. And not miss tomorrow's show. $7 a month. Nightwave tonight.
10 o'clock tonight, you pussies.
Pessy's next. Virgie?
Hell yeah. I don't know, man. Maybe. Whatever.
I don't care.
Neither do I.
I know. It's very clear. Your performance at work, I could tell.